today. Got a live stringing of Gait torque with some traditional flare. I got all the strings cut out. This is the first of its kind. I've never really done a live stringing before, so we're going to see how it turns out. Gonna have kind of an awkward camera angle, but it's how I string all my sticks on a shaft, so gotta deal with it. I'm gonna play some music so I don't get bored to death. I'm not gonna slow it down because I feel like if I do slow it down and do a time lapse or whatever, then you guys aren't really gonna benefit from that. Like, I guess it's cool to see someone string a stick really fast, but this is just gonna be one take. Alright, this is my first take, not 20th like the first time. I'm just gonna string it, and you guys are gonna watch, I guess, and give me feedback, and I'll talk a little bit about the strategies I use, I guess. So here we go on the sidewall. Alright, that looks like it'll work. So hitch knot. I don't even know if you guys can hear my music, but oh, yeah. Just gonna go in the second sidewall hole, which is huge on the Gait torque. I have to wrap this around twice. Six sidewall segments down the side. It's a 6-diamond traditional, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. See that? Ooh, these holes are a little smaller. And wedge it through these small ones down here. And then loop it back around through the inside and tie off. And then, where's my, alright, hitch knot again. This side, you know, traditionals are asymmetrical pockets, so this side, you can see here I started on the second hole. This time I'm going to start on the first hole, and every segment down the side is going to be one hole higher. So go ahead and do that. Two. For these interlocks, I'm going in the outside of the sidewall hole. 5, 6. These holes at the bottom are so damn small. I don't even know if you guys can hear my music right now, because I've used this webcam probably like 3 times for like Uvu and Skype in like middle school. You know, cut them. Sometimes I gotta shield it from the wind of my fan. Alright, sidewalls are complete. Now, wow, it took 4 minutes. Traditional leathers, I kind of stretch them out. Usually put the stiffer ones in the middle, and then, like, I don't even like pick the leathers by hand. I really just grab 4, and then the softer ones I put on the outside, and the ones that are stiffer, I put them on on the center track. Alright. This song's whack. Alright, some trap music, I guess. These are Gimalax materials, by the way. All white, everything. Alright, so got that set. Maybe I should do a 6-shooter. I don't know, I've never done one of those. This is totally improvised, by the way. It's like 6 o'clock. I just got back from the gym and this is the only time I had to do this today, so I just did it. Leathers are tied in. I might need to bring these outer ones to that other hole. I'm not sure if I like that. Let me check the last torque I did, which was red and black, if you guys can recall. Oh yeah, I did have those on the outers. Oh, that's a pain. Sorry for the delay. I thought something looked funny there, but torques. Alright. See, if I were to do a 6-shooter trad, then they would be on that outside hole. No, you guys can barely even see this. Let me move up. Alright, that's probably a better view. As I was saying, the 6-shooter trads would probably have a runner on this outside hole, and I've had the leathers there. Yet to do a 6-shooter trad, so maybe one day. I'm going to freehand this, if I didn't mention that already. Never really been one to use like little devices to assist the stringing. You've seen the trad-eye tree come out. That looks pretty sweet. But I don't know. I mention it a lot because there's lots of people who comment and be like, "Oh, that's too shallow. Oh, that's too shallow. That'll have no hold." But like, it's got to break in, and that's something people overlook in traditionals. So I'm going to check the depth on these. That's way too deep, so put these up together. I like it maybe a ½ inch below what a normal depth would be. That's a little too shallow. You can see that there. That's too shallow. Some Migos. They're the best. Alright, that looks good. About there. And then, Gait torques are handy. I can wrap these leathers through the throat. So those are going to go through there, and then around the front as well. I don't know why some people don't tie them off permanently at the beginning. You see how those wrap around the front. I like to tie mine off at the start and just go with it. And this is just a square knot, a left over right, right over left. Even it out. I'm going to cut these later, because if I do have to adjust them, which is rare, I have some slack to work with. So I said the middle ones are about a ½ inch under what normal ball depth would be, and then these outer ones, I don't even have a measurement for them. I just kind of get an estimate about halfway between these and the sidewall. So I know if the tighter you make them, you're going to have a better grip on the ball. If you have them too tight, it just turns out flat. So that does not work out well. And then you got to make sure they're even, obviously, because they're across from each other. So it's about good right there. These loop through the sides as well, through the back. And up through the front. You know, I'm sure there's a million different ways to string traditionals, but this is just how I've become accustomed to doing them. This is a pain, these holes are small. Wow, this is really a pain. Second YouTube video, hey. Wow, that's a lot harder than I thought. Yeah, sometimes I'll use like mechanical pencils to try to push them through. Can't really use the pliers because it's not sticking out through the other side yet. Come on. There you go. Ooh, yeah. And then this will get a square knot right above the other one. Left over right. And then right over left. Or left over, I don't know. Let me turn on my fan real quick. Alright. As you can see, leathers are wrapped around the throat and tied off in the back. I didn't even mention that I wrap the leathers around and go through the outside of the sidewall hole. I just feel like that'll give the pocket the ability to shift low a little bit more, because when they're in there, it kind of just gives it like this, and it's kind of awkward. I don't know. You guys can even see that. Kind of just a little ledge. I don't like it, but like I said, there's tons of different ways. This is just how I do mine. So leathers and sidewall are in, and we're ready to start the asymmetrical 6-diamond traditional. So I got about 6 arm lengths of white crosslace here from Gimalax. It's good to kind of make sure there's no knots or little like lumps in the crosslace. Instead of threading it through, I'm just going to put this little guy. He'll fit. up through this hole. There we go. You can leave some slack over here if you like to adjust out this sidewall hole, but I'm usually just pulling string out. I don't usually have to feed more into this side. So I tie it out about where I want to have it be when the head's finished. And then start interlocking down the side. So first one goes onto the leather above this little tab. You can see that goes above it. Oh, that's, yeah. This is kind of like a half tutorial, half live stream. I'll shut up for now and just string, because someone said they don't want to sit through 20 minutes. This will probably be longer. Yeah, it's already 16 minutes. Oh. You know, like I said, I freehand these. Obviously, I'm not going to leave it like this. I go back and adjust. I usually adjust by column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you could call them. That's the first time I ever used that term. And 6. So, and I'm going to go back and adjust. You want this to be pretty tight. I didn't even mention it, but Gait torques handle traditional beautifully just because of the aspects of the head. Kind of want to space them out evenly. Just kind of imagine where your leather is going to be sitting on the head once you do all the other 3 or 4 columns. It's going to be a mid pocket. So you want the most slack to be on the middle interlocks. And this is how you tie off. You do it like you're going for an interlock and there's going to be another sidewall hole for you to loop it through. And then you just do it again. I learned this technique from his name's Philomatic or Spawn Pipo on Instagram. Philomatic's the old one. Just a little handy tie-off knot so you don't have to create a slit in the leather. It's also helpful for when you're adjusting the leathers if they get too deep on the break-in or want to make it more shallow, whatever. This thing will slide, so not really right now, but it will slide if you do need to adjust. So on the way up, you go over, back under, over through this hole, and back under. Like I said, it's freehand, so I'm just going back and adjusting. We're at the top now. Last interlock in the second column. Time for adjustment now. like I said, do your best to estimate. Well, I do my best to estimate where the pocket's going to be in the middle of the head. There we go. And I go back and adjust once I construct the whole pocket also. So now, loosen in the leather a little bit so I can slide this through the top. And pull it tight again. And then we're back to the third column going down, and this is identical to the first column, except instead of going through the sidewall things you got there, you're going into the other side of the interlock. Thanks for holding in there, guys. Thanks for watching as well. Didn't even mention that. I want to mention that I reached 100 subscribers. I checked that like this afternoon. 100 subscribers after one video. I thought that was pretty outstanding. So thank you, everyone. If you have subscribed, and if you haven't, then hit that little button and subscribe to my new content. And then same hitch knot right down here. Make sure the spacing is even. You can see this is pretty darn shallow right now, but I'm going to pound it once I do the whole pocket, adjust it, ball and knife it, or chopstick and knife actually. I use chopsticks. And then add the nylon and the shooter. Not sure if I'm going to do the shooters through the ribs yet. Someone suggested that just because it's the torque. And they got these sidewall ribs. This fourth column is identical to the second. You're just going upwards, interlocking the other half of the third column. And then it's time for adjustments. That's going to get tighter over there, no worries. Stretch out that leather a little bit. Same thing as the second leather that you do here. Kind of loosen it up at the top and give you some room to slide this string through. And pull it tight. That kind of takes up some space above it, so you can stretch out that leather a little bit more. And then start on your way down. 5th column. So you're back to the other sidewall trusses. 25 minutes in, oh my gosh. I don't even realize how long this takes sometimes. I do most of my traditionals on the weekends, so when I actually have time. And then I'm going to go through the inside, so I'm going to make this. Yeah, I turned up my fan, so now I have to shelter the flame from it. Make that narrow enough to fit through this minuscule hole. Oh my gosh. Widen that up somehow. Alright, that might have worked. Might have not. Try to poke it through. Come on. Ooh. Sorry, this is clean. Let me try my Zacto and see if I can push it through there. Oh, there we go. I think. Yes. And there it goes. Now it's time to, you can see it's not the prettiest looking because I haven't adjusted yet, so only thing baseball bats are good for. A little pounding. Break the leathers in. You gotta go up top for the outside leathers because you can't really reach them over here, so hit them up top. You can see there's some more depth in it now. Here, I can. There we go. Yeah, it's deeper. Chopsticks. Ball. Mid pocket. So you want it about the middle of the stick. Just kind of wedge that guy in there. Make sure the leathers are centered on the ball. That's kind of the best way I can do it. Because you don't want an uneven channel. And then just go through. You have to kind of untie this knot to tighten it. Pull the slack through. Slide the knot down. And we're back to pulling cross lace through. So just tighten it up. I love the way Torx take traditional. It's just they've got such good sidewalls for it. minutes. If you're still watching, or at least you didn't skip to the end, I appreciate it, because you know I didn't have to record this video. Sharing some knowledge. I don't even know how long it's going to take to upload. Fourth column. I guess now's a good time to start getting your spacing better, because you wouldn't want tight interlocks without them being in the right spots, you feel? So, going up the fourth column, pulling it through. I try to do these two together, just because if I pull this one too tight, then this one would be too far and not the same as this one, so I'm going to go back over that again. Cool. You can see it's looking a little better. Still gotta do this channel again, or quadrant, not even quadrant now. Still got some tensioning issues over here. Did not even mention this head will be for sale for $70 in US currency on my website, pocketpowerlax.com. This leather's looking a tad long. I have to adjust that just to show you guys what it looks like without the ball and knife. It's settling very nicely. Like I said, that's about the depth you see in all my pictures on Instagram, which is where it should be before break-in, in my opinion. Channel. Yeah. Okay. It's a little asymmetrical. This leather is a little bit shorter. That will be fixed. And just look at it from all aspects of the pocket, and then just even it out to the best of your knowledge. Something to consider, I think I mentioned it, that this is an asymmetrical pocket, so you want to have your interlocks from the first leather and the third leather to be lined up, and then the ones from the second and fourth to be lined up as well. See that? So that'll help you get the most symmetry in an asymmetrical pocket, if that does not sound like a totally stupid statement. Alright, looking good. This leather's a little bit longer, so I'm going to have to undo this Just kind of yank it a little bit more. That looks good, so I can tie up again. Pound one more time. All right, looking good. Boom. That's where we're at right now. Actually, I'm going to pull some out this side just because it's a bit uneven towards the bottom. Thread that extra string all the way up if you do make adjustments out this side. Now I see it over here, this side's going to be a little bit tighter. So alright, I'm satisfied now. So I'm going to have to retie this knot up here if I can somehow get this to come undone. There we go. Retie this with a hitch knot. You can see a little bit more slack came out. Now, I'd say my cross lace is evened out. So you can see that that is almost identical diamond sizes all around. Somewhat deep, not really. It will get deeper upon breaking. Channel is even. There you go, you can see it there pretty good. Now, I bought a knife and start my shooters. And obviously the ball and knife will stretch out the leathers a little bit, get the pockets settled right where you want it. You can check your symmetry here, that's a good way to do it, and I even noticed a little bit too much slack right here, as again, so just weave it through. And you're good. Okay, so thick nylon. Here we go. Through the sidewall, up through the first, and I'm just gonna weave it through. decisions for the shooters. You want to kind of pull it from the middle to get that side tight. Otherwise, it'll kind of warp the leathers. It won't pull through clean, if you know what I'm saying. So get it nice and tight up top. Most traditionals, actually mine at least, I like a snap on the release. It's a nice attribute of the pocket. Tie that nice. See that? Nylon right across the top. Shooter number 1. And this gets weaved across. So just weave these through. You want your top shooter to be the tightest of the 3, just as in a mesh pocket. There we go. I'm going to put this through the second sidewall truss. On the trad god. I don't really know what I like to do with these. Sometimes I like to cut them off. Shooters kind of keep them down, but I don't know. They get in the way sometimes. Let's just cut them down like a centimeter after the up here. Sometimes you might have to adjust your diamonds up top just to get it so that the shooters weave nicely through. See, booyah. 2 down, 1 to go. Alright, and 3 are in. So now, get the tensions right, and tie off. I don't even know if I could classify this as a live stream. What's a live, or classify it as a tutorial rather. give so many like hints out. Like I didn't tell you guys every single aspect. It's like a half and half almost. So, alright, turn it down now. It's got a million strings to cut and singe. Sure, if you're watching this video, you probably know how to light and singe shooters and strings. Alright. Last one. So I got a lot of extra slack here. Depends on what head you're using for how much crosslace you should cut. Like I said, this is 6 arms length. Obviously, not everyone's gonna have the same size arms, so alright, looking good. So, there you have it. There's my traditional Gait torque. So just loosen up the shooters if deemed necessary. But there it is. Gait torque, 6/9 traditional, slightly shallow, with room for the anticipated break-in. So, alright, 48 minutes it took me to string this puppy up. I guess I'll just link it here if you haven't been watching me live stream it the whole time. You can just watch me talk about it here. So, it's off the shaft. Music's off. See that? Wow, it's pretty. All white. There's the channel. This leather looks... Alright. I'm satisfied with that. There's the channel now. Symmetrical. Should be. Yeah. See it from the back as well. Very, very nice looking stick. I love the torque. It's iconic. So yeah, that's the live streaming. This brand new Gait torque. It's for sale on my website. I'm gonna take pictures and upload it right away. Publish this video. Link it to Instagram. Let's see how many people are gonna watch it. Watch the whole thing. Let me know if you watched the whole thing and what you thought of my tactics for explaining all of it and stuff. So I had fun showing this, I guess. What do you guys think of the head? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe, etc., etc., etc. See you later.